All right. Um, Kusabi family. Um, we have a couple of things to look at. Um, that is about to be, how can I put it, a little bit different. We're gonna be looking at some stuff that is, how can I put this, in our face this whole entire time. It's been there. We just have not had ears to hear or eyes to see. But I'm about to show you literally everything we've been looking for, been right up under our nose inside of this book called the Bible. And without a shadow of a doubt, you'll be able to tell people what's going on. You'll be able to break things down to them. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold up. How you know this? You can be like, because of this. And you won't have to play with it. You won't have to act like you know something and don't know nothing. You will literally know something. And it's gonna be powerful, right? So let's go ahead and get it started. We got a couple of things. I think Periscope, they're about to bring it to a close on the 24th. So let's go ahead and hit it. King David is still going on YouTube. I Am King David is not. It is still sending data, but it's not moving. And a lot of people was on that one, but it's not doing anything. So salute to everyone watching by Bantu, Yisolele, or Israelites on Twitter account. That's where the Periscope is going. Periscope is going away, and it's now going to be showing live now on Twitter. Salute to everyone watching by Truth Colors, Yeshaya Congo Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by Yasha Yahoo Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by Lebshep Tehillim RA Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by King David YouTube channel. I can't say salute to those who are watching by We Are Bantu. This will be the last time that they'll be able to see it today on Periscope TV. Then after that, they're going to do completely away with it. Salute to Goshen. Salute to Michaela and Micah and Etana. Daddy loves you. May the will of Yah be done on this earth as it is in the heaven. We are getting close to the time of my departure. So it's like we laying down groundwork. So when we get there, we can hit the ground running. So in this one, we are going to simply amaze people and we're going to show you some things I'm going to show you some things in here that is going to maybe even startle some people. People will be like, wait a minute, what? What did he just do? What did he just show? What did he just say? So you definitely want to come on in and tell people about what's going on. All right, because we about to bring some things out in a way that has never, ever been brought out before. And it's like the more that these truths or the more that this understanding comes out, the more I guess more set apart, the more we can see how the Father is moving, and it's not the way that most people think it should be, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit it with the intro. I'll be right back shortly after the intro, and we're just gonna dig in. All right, family, let's get this together. I love this. This broadcast is going to be so, I want to say powerful because that's like so cliche, but it's going to be, I want to say eye opening. It's going to be, how can I put it? informative. You're gonna learn some things that you ain't never learned before. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna make sense. It's gonna be the signs would have been already there, all before your face. You just would have known what you was looking at. All right. Intro's coming in.
The Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded, or who murders, or is sexually immoral, or uses witchcraft, or worships idols, or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second death.
Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Hey, Yahuwah says we your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Multitude like the haters, not your haters, they're your
Beats by the Psalms.
truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Hey, when you learn the truth, it will set you free. Many are held captive, stolen identity. But let me just shoot the breeze, release you from second squeeze. He's all like enemies, no matter the color you see. That truth frame, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, yeah, truth colors.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Um, this one, I can't lie. It's gonna be that. How can I put this? You know how your mouth is like this? It's gonna be like when we done. All right. So we're gonna go look into the infamous Lucifer because everything is gonna start from there. Everything. We're gonna bring this into dance. We're gonna bring this into clubs. We about to literally show you what the father did and why the children of Yisolele or his jewels. Hope y'all get that. You're gonna see the names where we really who we are. Iwi is fragmented because the rest of it is hidden. So if he wants you to be hidden, that means throughout the whole entire time while you're in your slavery, you're not gonna even really know your real names. You'll be given Hebrews, Bantus, all these different things. These are all still covering up your name. It says a nation shall be born in a day. If that nation is born in a day, how do you know what that nation is? Just saying. How do you know it? If everyone knows that the name is Bantu or Hebrew, how is that the nation that's born in a day? Doesn't make sense no more, right? But this will make sense. Let's get it. So we're gonna go look at the enemy. Let's go take a little gander over at him. All right. So I'm trying to show y'all something. So we're going to Ezekiel 28. Now I want y'all to take and pay close attention to what is being said. In fact, we might use the English Standard Version just for a reason. All right. We want to see a couple of things. I'm trying to show you something. Now, now we need the one, I guess, with the tabrets and pipes. Let's go get that. Because I'm about to show y'all something that's about to blow your mind. The world don't even know this. I'm just telling you that right. This is something that the world has never looked into. Never crosses their mind. But when I bring it out, you're going to be like, wait a minute, hold up. How is that again? I need to send out an invite to someone tag Charles in this, right? I was supposed to put him as a guest. He's supposed to be coming in. Look what it says. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of Yah, right? Every precious stone, watch this, was your covering. The sardius. So now, what's the sardius? Let's go look up some of these things, because when I bring this out, you can be like, wait a minute, hold up. Are you serious? Like, yes, dog. When I seen this, my mind just kind of blew. And it's going to tie into what's going on right now.
Sardius.
All right. So let's look at this. You see that? I want y'all to just get the ideas of the colors. All right. So we got sardius. Look at the colors. All right. We got the colors, how sardius can come. I want y'all to keep your minds on this. Keep your eyes on the colors. Keep your eyes on the colors. Sardius, emerald, jasper. Let's go ahead and check out some other ones. All right. Let's go find out some more stones that he's covered with. Topaz. I hope y'all starting to get something. See that color right there? Hope y'all starting to get this, because it's we about to go somewhere that people have not normally gone before or brought out, like ever. The diamond. Go to the diamond. All right, so y'all see what color that is, right? Okay. Keep that in. What's the next one? Burl. Remember, this is his covering, right? This is his covering, right? Onyx. Right? They got white onyx. They got black onyx. You know, I'm just trying to get y'all to understand some things. All right. Let's go back. And the jasper. Right? Come on. Are y'all following me? We going somewhere. I'm trying to show you some things. Look at these colors. Look at these colors. Sapphire. Come on now. Sapphire. Bam. Right there. See that color? These are all meaningful. Everything. And rope. Right? I don't know what the carbuncle is, but it's there. Ugh. So carbuncle, let's put on here. Gem. There we go. All right. And gold. So now you got gold, like, you know what I'm saying, outlining of gold. Meaning he's a vessel of gold, meaning what? He's meat for the what? Master's use. He's meat for the master's use. He's meat for the master's use. Then he got what? All this stuff is on the inside of him, right? In him. Then we got what? Tabrets, which is like the same thing as a tambourine or a drum, right? Because tambourines is like a drum. That's why they got that little part right there. You can beat on the drum right there, right? Everybody know they have that one person who knows to just beat the brakes off of a tambourine. You know what I'm saying? Just beat it. Here it is. Tambourine. Here's a drum. It's designed to keep the beats, right? Here it is right here. The tabrets. And here's the pipes. This would be like what? The melody. So you got the drum and the beat. You have what with that? R&B, rhythm and blues, right? The rhythm would be what? The tabret. The blues or the melody will be what? The pipes. Rhythm keeps the rhythm. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Ba, 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 ba. 1, 2, 3. Rhythm. That's the tambourine. Melody. This is what he has on the inside of him. Now, this is the part where it's about to be crazy. Because I just showed you all those colors. Now, what does that remind you of? Watch this. A disco ball shining through with colors. So when Satan or Lucifer played, this is what came out of him. He sparkled with all those colors. Same thing when you hear music. This. Now, let's see what happened. It says that you was blinded by your brightness. Let's go ahead and do it. You was perfect in all your ways until iniquity was found in you, right? You was made perfect until iniquity was found in you. Thou was perfect in all your ways from the day you was created, right? Until iniquity was found in you. Let's go. Thou art, watch this, and thy pipes was prepared in you, inside of you, the day that you was created. So all these colors is coming out of him. So when he plays, or when music begins to play out of him, he begins to light up like this. See, they all resemble the same gems and stones that covers on the inside of Lucifer. So when music comes out of him, guess what happens? Da, 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 da. All these colors from Lucifer begins to shine everywhere. So that's why he was the most flamboyant angel or anointed cherubim that there was. People don't know that they're looking at Lucifer every single time they go to a dance club. Each time you see a disco ball, it's representative of Lucifer. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou was upon the holy mountain of Yah. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou was perfect in thy ways from the day thou was created till iniquity was found in you. Watch this. By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of Yah, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because thy beauty, thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by the reason of thy brightness. Brightness. Thou have corrupted thyself by the reason of thy brightness. Disco ball. Brightness. When music comes out of him, boom, he lights up. You corrupted yourself by the brightness that came out of you. I know some people's minds are blown right now. No, they minds is like blown, completely blown. And I definitely understand that. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be. Because this is it. Let's go find, look. Let's go find disco on YouTube. And you can see what I'm talking about, disco lights. So you can see exactly when music plays out of him, what? Disco lights. That's why it never goes old. The flashing lights, because it's representative of Lucifer.
Goodbye. Random calls and offers.
Oh my
Hello,
goodness.
built-in spam blocker. Now I can't soak up the.
All right, let's go. Come on. Right, exactly. Disco fever. Look, lights. So when music would play out of him, he would do just this. All of his colors that's inside of him will begin to be activated. And then therefore, on that moment, what happens? Light flashes of light. That's why when you go to music or anything like that, they always have what? Flashes of light. These auras, this stuff right here. This is what comes out of him when music plays out of Lucifer. It lit him up. There it is. So imagine any kind of music coming out. The sound of earth tones, aligning of the bones. He's sparkling, bright. He is not music, but the music playing through him when he breathes causes for this light. All of his gems are sparkling. Isn't that amazing? That's powerful. And they're all in the colors that he's covered with. Topaz, carbuncle, emerald, all the colors. They all represent something. A covering, an authority, a power. Now, we about to take a trip. We about to take a trip because we about to go walk through some things like, wait a minute, now this makes sense. People be like, why in the world did the gays choose the rainbow for a flag? Because it's representative of the colors of Lucifer. That's why. And you have to understand here that the Father made a covenant with the world. Watch this. The whole entire world is tied into these colors. I will never destroy the earth by flood again. And to let them know, watch this. You need to understand this, because it's about to get very dope. Very, 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 very powerful. To where people can be like, oh man, hold up. We don't went somewhere now. You can't go back now. This. We here now. Look at this. The covenant of the what? Of the rainbow. And with every living creature that was with you. Right? The birds and the livestock and every beast of the earth. Every living thing that came out of the ark. And I established my covenant with you. Never again will all life be cut off by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. And Yah said, this is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you. A covenant, watch this, for all generations to come. So now let me look at y'all real quick. So then that means that the two witnesses will embody this whole entire covenant. Because this covenant ensues the whole entire world. The two witnesses are against the whole entire world. And he causes them to be able to have power over all the elements of the earth who all belong into that covenant, which is everybody. Just got deep, didn't it? Told you. Y'all ain't ready for this one. This one right here, y'all ain't ready for this one. Y'all thought y'all was ready. Y'all thought y'all knew what I was gonna say. Maybe. But y'all ain't ready for this one. I just show you the disco ball is representative of Lucifer in his colors. Since the Father gave the rainbow as the covenant, the Father was establishing something else, because the Father says, I will what? Destroy you. I will remove you. So all your colors that they stand for, I'm going to have to put it towards something else. I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of Yah. And I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of the fire. Now, watch this. So where in the world do homosexuality come from? We know it comes from pederasty, because pederasty is a grown man to a little boy. But where does this thing come from? This thing, where it comes from, will be the very same thing that the enemy will be using to attack the two witnesses. You heard me correct. Watch this. Jonathan and King David's friendship or love or covenant. Now, where does homosexuality have to do with this? Because look at this. Now, we have this person who is known by what? Truth Unveiled 777. Homosexuality, Truth Video, follow-up, King David and Jonathan. Say what? The whole world will be mocking the two witnesses without even knowing it. Oh, yeah. Now, so you need to understand this. He says, warning, parts of this video are not suitable for children. What is he talking about in here? I don't know. I haven't seen the video. But this has been here for a very long time. Now, let's put in here King David and Jonathan's what? Love or relationship. See? Between David and Jonathan. Why is that? Because it is the covenant that encompasses the whole entire world. So since the Father says that he will never flood the earth with rain again, the enemy takes this and says, I'm making a covenant with the earth to flood the earth with homosexuals. But look what he's doing. He's using the two witnesses to do it. So people would never think about them being the two witnesses because they're being put into so-called shame. This is how you know the Father is there. Because anything that the Father has said and is made to be, this is where the enemy comes in at to try to do what? To cause people to profane it. King David and Jonathan, homosexuality. This is where they get it from. They talking about the love of David and Jonathan. This is where those who practice this get this from what? They try to get it from the Bible. Because it said that Jonathan loved David more than he loved the love of a woman and all that kind of stuff like that. When they don't understand, this was a covenant. This right here will literally be the world unknowingly coming against the two witnesses without even knowing it. Now watch this. Since these are the two witnesses, these will be the same ones who destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. It will be David and Jonathan who destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That's who it did. These are the two witnesses. Period. They were the ones who destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, so it would be fitting for the enemy to try to actually say that they're in this light when they're the ones who destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and then try to say that they're in the same depiction of the very same things that they destroyed. Y'all see what I mean now? Are y'all getting this? Is this making sense? Are y'all grasping this? Is this making sense? Is this wrapping around your mind? Is this helping you out? Are people starting to understand? I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody right now. We are in a New Year's. Happy New Year's. Right? I'm just saying, is this starting to make sense? Are y'all grasping this? Now, let's go get the witnesses for what I just said. Now, David and Jonathan, same sex love between men in the Bible. Boom. Remember, the enemy always comes in reverse of what the Father says. So David and Jonathan cannot be in this way because the enemy always comes in reverse of what the love that is said in the Bible. Now, how can the Father himself be in between this kind of love between a man and another man when he says that man shall not lie with man as a woman, right? Man shall not lie with mankind, right? If a man also lies with mankind, as he lieth with a woman. Both of them have committed an abomination. So what is the enemy trying to do? He's literally calling good evil and evil good. The Bible says, woe. He is causing a woe to be upon all of humanity. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be on their own heads. So how can now David and Jonathan be in this manner? It is to literally cause to be bear false witness against them. And then not only that, this is where it gets very dodgy. We're about to move into blaspheming the Father. Blaspheming the set apart spirit. Watch. So we're going to 1 Samuel. We got here pretty quickly, didn't we? Just 1 Samuel. Start at 18. We're going to skip through some things. But we here. What did it say? David befriends David. Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. Put together, right? Jonathan befriends David. And it came to pass when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. And Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And Saul took him that day and would not let him go no more home to his father's house. Then Jonathan and David, watch this. Then Jonathan and David made a what? A covenant. Because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David. And his garments, even to his sword and to his bow and to his girdle. So he shared everything with King David. He's sharing everything with him. That is the love he's talking about, that he loved him more than he loved the love of a woman. He loved him like he loved himself. Literally. Jonathan wasn't making love to himself. And he definitely wasn't making love to David. He just had love for him. Now, so we see Saul envies David. Something's happening. David marries Michal. Let's keep going. You're going to 19. Jonathan warns David. And Saul spake to Jonathan his son. Right? Saul seeks to kill David. Michal saves David. See all this? Jonathan helps David. Let's go. This is what we want to get into right here. And David fled from, no, I'll probably just say it here. Start right here at this part. Jonathan and David renew covenant. And Jonathan said unto David, come and let us go out into the field. And they went out, both of them, into the field. And Jonathan said unto David, O Yah of Israel, when I have sounded my father about tomorrow, any time, or the third day, and behold, if there be good towards David, and I then sin not unto thee, and show it thee, the father do so, and much more to Jonathan. But if it please my Father to do thee evil, then I will show it thee and send thee away, and that thou mayest go in peace, and the Father be with thee as he hath been with what? My Father. And thou shalt not only while yet I live, watch this, and you, David, shall not only while yet I live show me the kindness of the Father, that I die not. But what happens? But also you shall not cut off your kindness from my house forever. Forever means forever. Just like the feasts we keep are forever. No, not when the Father has cut off the enemies of David, everyone from the face of the earth. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, let the Father even require it at the hands of David's enemies. And David calls David, and Jonathan calls David to swear again, because he loved him, for he loved him as his own soul. Here is the two witnesses against the whole entire earth. And that's why the enemy will want to paint the two witnesses in the light of homosexuality. Man, that's cold right there. Literally, there's nothing really left to say on that one. It is what it is. Because the covenant is between him and the Father. The Father is standing in the midst of everything. What y'all think? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk. We got to talk. Have you ever heard this before? Is it something new? Something fresh? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Does this make sense? The two witnesses are shown by the mocking that is given to these two right here. Showing for who the two witnesses are, because the whole world mocks them. They use it for the references of them saying they can be homosexual, which is a man loving another man. The queerness of David and Jonathan. This showing forth what? The two witnesses. The same ones who came against Sodom and Gomorrah is the same ones who's being painted in the same light of the same city that they destroyed for the acts that they were doing. And even more than that. And the Father literally makes this as a covenant on the face of the earth, like forever. Forever means it can't be changed. Close the door, son. Close the door. Micah, close the door. Close this door. Okay, cool, dude. I'm on a live. I cannot play the game with you. I'm doing something. All right. Look at this. Then Jonathan said to David, the father of Yah, what? The father is my what? My witness. If I am still alive, will you not show me the loving kindness and faithfulness of Yah so that I will not die? You shall never cut off your loving kindness and faithfulness from my house. Not even when the father cuts off every one of the enemies of David from the face of the earth. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David. He added, may Yah require it at the hands of David's enemies. That is, hold them accountable for any harm they inflict on David. Now watch this. This just got horrible for everybody. Because if you are at the sound of my voice, listening to that you are in a whole nother nation outside the nation that you was in, listen what Jonathan made the father be a witness of. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David. He added, may the father require it at the hands of David's enemies. That is, hold them accountable for any harm they inflict on David. Jonathan made David vow again because of his love for him, for Jonathan loved him as himself. So what would be the affliction that they would put upon David? Bantus into captivity. Boom. This right here will now be a witness against the nations. So every single person who came over and had us as slaves, mistreated us, raped us, took our land over in the Congo, taking the gold, Google, Apple, all of the nation's wealth or what they boast in and what they trust in and what they have gotten all their money from. Now all these things now come back with a double fold thing to it. Not just with Abraham, but now also with Jonathan and David. Jonathan said, may the father be a witness between you. He said that, look, he said that so that Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David. This will be the kingdom of Judah. He added, may Yah require it at the hands of David's enemies. That means those who would come against his kingdom. That is, hold the nations or the people who would inflict harm upon David and his kingdom. May the Father hold the nations or the world accountable for the rape, for slavery, for throwing us overboard into the waters. Every single thing. That's why all creation is groaning for the sons to appear. Because David and Jonathan encompass the whole entire vow that Father made with the whole entire world by giving them the rainbow. The two witnesses will be the representative of what Satan or what Lucifer used to be. That's why he chose a witness called Musiq. The same music that would come out of Lucifer that caused him to shine bright. That's why we now have what? Truth colors. To show forth another marking. Hey, this is the covenant that the Father made with the world. And all these things is now being handed over to him. This is the sign of the covenant. This is the sign of the covenant. The hands raised, the banner. It all encompasses the rainbow. When you look at this. Where's it at? It's coming. Boom. Colors. The rainbow. The disco ball. All in truth colors. What's good? How we doing? I'm just asking, like, how we doing? So I ain't gonna have to hold you that long because this was pretty much short. Well, I got some other place I want to do, what I want to look at real quick. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it in this video. Maybe I might do it tonight or something. But yeah, this is where we at. I still have the clippings of the rainbow you shared a while ago. Wow. So that's why this thing is very powerful. David and Jonathan, or John, are the two witnesses. And you can see it because the world has literally gotten their abomination by turning the covenant into something that it was never meant to be. But it's just the enemy mocking the covenant. So the same covenant they're mocking is the same covenant that they're going to be destroyed by. The same exact one. Same exact one. Just saying, man. The covenant of the rainbow is all wrapped up in the covenant with Jonathan and David. So let's go to the ESV, right? And Jonathan said to David, the father of Yisolele, be witness. So that means he's standing in the middle being a witness. When I have sounded out my father about this time tomorrow or the third day, behold, if he is well disposed towards David, shall I not then sin and disclose it to you? But should it please my father to do you harm, the father do so to Jonathan, and more also if I do not disclose it to you and send you away that you may go in safety. The same thing with David. If he does not take care of the house of Jonathan or does not keep his covenant with Jonathan, as the father has put it all into the thing where David is literally going to keep the covenant of Jonathan because that's what the other witness represents, the house of Jonathan, right? Which is the tribe of Benjamin. All right. May Yah be with you. Okay, let me see. Disclose it to you and send you away that you may go in safety. May the Father be with you as he has been with my father. May the Father be with you as he's been with my father. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. If I am still alive, show me. If I am still alive, show me the steadfast love of Yah that I may not die. And do not cut off your steadfast love from my house forever. Now, Father want me to go ahead and look up the term forever. Forever literally means forever. Continually, constantly, perpetually. For all future time, for always. Means there's never an end to it. Now watch this. Now watch how it ties in with Genesis, the covenant of the rainbow, and with living and with every living creature that was with you, the birds and the livestock and every beast of the earth, every living thing that came out of the ark. And I established my covenant with you. Never again will all life be cut off from the waters of a flood, by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. And Yah said, this is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. Look at this. The Sabbath, the rainbow, and circumcisions are the signs of the three great covenants established by Yah at the three critical stages of history. Come on now. The Sabbath, the rainbow, and circumcision. Now, I am circumcised. So the witnesses would have to already be circumcised to be the witnesses. They wouldn't have to wait for a while to get circumcised. They would already be circumcised in order to have the covenant. They already have to be circumcised because we see that's part of the covenants. They would already have to be it. They can't be waiting to get done. They will already have to be circumcised. We're gonna go ahead and click some of these out. So now this is about to get very, very dangerous. And when I bring this part out, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, right? Oh my goodness. So inside of this covenant, but also, how can I put this? We just got to show it and then I bring it out. And I established my covenant with you. Never again will all life be cut off by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. And Father said, this is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. So this will be used again to save his people. The Sabbath. While we keep Goshen, we keep what? I will what? Gather all who grieve what? Over the appointed feasts. The Sabbaths. I will gather those among you who grieve over the appointed feast, so that you will no longer suffer reproach. Behold, at that time I will deal with all who afflict you. Now, that ties in perfectly with 1 Samuel. When Jonathan says, your steadfast love for my house forever, when the Father cuts off every one of the enemies of David from the face of the earth, and Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, may Yah take vengeance on David's enemies. Where is it? And Jonathan made David swear again for his love. So we're going to take a look at that. So may the Father takes vengeance on David's enemies. So it says what? Vengeance is mine, right? Vengeance, retribution is mine. Say of what? Yah. The Father will repay. Right? Vengeance is mine. Literally, the two witnesses are to bring forth the vengeance of the Father. And now we're going to see how the one who comes in his name's also going to be also strapped with vengeance. The Father, what year of favor? This is also the time of his vengeance. You see how the two witnesses encompass everything on the earth at this moment. To proclaim the year of Yah's favor. Then he rolled up the scroll, returned it to the attendant, and sat down. Here is my servant whom I uphold, my chosen one in whom my soul delights. I will put my spirit on him, and he will bring justice to the nations. To proclaim the year of Yah and the day of our what? The day of our Yah's vengeance, to comfort all who mourn what? Of the appointed feast. May Yah take vengeance to proclaim the year of Yah's favor and the day of our Yah's vengeance on David's enemies. Genesis 15. What does it say right here? At that time, he says, immediately as those days are over, I will judge that nation. And afterward, they shall come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. What? Here it is. They shall be stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and shall afflict them 400 years. Also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward will they come out with great substance. That this ties in perfectly also again with what Jonathan said. May the Yah take vengeance on David's enemies. Same as that thing. So now we see three ways that the Father is going to have to pay the people who have done us wrong, because it's tied in his word. And now watch this. The two olive trees remind him of the words he said to Abraham. It reminds him of what Jonathan said to David about his enemies. This is literally a witness against the whole entire world. So David and Jonathan are a witness against the whole entire world. People don't want that. They don't want them kind of problems. They don't want them type of problems. But that's what they're about to get. The Father will be remiss if he does not. These two witnesses represents the vengeance that the Father owes to the nations. Because Jonathan said, may the Father deal with David's enemies, those who inflict him. Just saying. This is also encumbrance of what? The rainbow. The two witnesses also represent the rainbow. They represent the color of the Father's throne. They're the replacement of Lucifer and his colors. They replace it. That's what Ukulele does. They replace it. That's why the priest's breastplate has stones, colors, because they are literally and symbolic of what Lucifer represented, a disco ball. And Judah literally means praise. So when we get praise, Father says what? He dwells in the midst of our praises. So it causes for what? The lights to go off inside of all of the tribes who's representative of these different colors that Lucifer was colored with, but only he did not receive 3 colors. Lucifer did not receive all the colors. So on the breastplate, there's a third row on the breastplate that Lucifer did not receive. Those colors he didn't receive. So this row, he don't have this authority. We need to find out what that third row is, because he don't have that authority. And that's Issachar, Asher, and Gad. So he doesn't have Gad, which is Gambia, Asher, and Issachar. Now, Gad, he doesn't have this color. So these are 3 areas where the head will be taken down. These will be the 3 things that will be actually be used to take down the power of the enemy, because the enemy does not possess none of these things. So now watch this. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Look what it says. Gad says he will overcome at the last, right? So Deuteronomy 33. Everything is tied in. It's just people don't know what they're looking at because no one has really taught them the real word. People only thought they was being taught the word. Let's go. Who's taking off the head along with the arm? Look. And of Gad, he said, be blessed. Of Gad, he said, blessed be he. This is the same one. You will not see me again. Watch this. It's the same one. You will never see me again until you say what? Blessed. The Messiah telling them twice. Look, before I tell you, you will not see me again. Look, your house is left to you desolate. And I tell you, you will never see me again until you say, blessed is the one. Blessed is he who comes. Deuteronomy. And of Gad, he said, blessed is he that enlargeth Gad. Let's see. Let's go back to that one. We need to find that specific. So 20. That's what we want. 20. 33. 20. Look for those exact words. That's what we want. There it is. Blessed is he. Blessed be he. Blessed is he. Blessed be he. Blessed is 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 he. Do you understand now? Blessed is the one. Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yah. And we see that it's coming in what? Through Gad. Blessed is he. So it's a correlation going on here. Blessed is the one who enlarges Gad. He lurks like a lioness. What lurks means? He lies low. He hides. He's take cover. He lies in wait of a person, animal, or be or remain hidden so as to wait in ambush for someone or something. A ruthless killer still lurked in the darkness. So
Lurk.
he's barely discernible state. So the king that was hidden will be literally lying in wait. He'd be laying low. Where in the world would he be laying low at? It says what? The lion leaves his thicket. A lion has come out of his lair. A destroyer of nations has set out. He has left his place to lay waste your land. Your towns will lie in ruins without inhabitant. So we see something going on here. The lion has gone up from his thicket. What's a thicket? It's a hiding place. Covert, tangle, wood, clumps, spiny, hurst. A horned owl perfectly camouflaged in dense thicket, a dense group of bushes or trees.
Thicket. Thicket.
So a thicket is the same thing as what? A hiding spot. So the lion has left his hiding, his place of hiding. He's come out of hiding. So he lies in wait. He hides like a lioness. Waiting what? He's waiting for the right time to do what he needs to do. Blessed is the one who enlarged Gad. He lurks like a lioness and tears. Watch this. So he has to wait to tear the arm and the crown of the head. He lurks. He's hiding. He's laying low. He's waiting for the right opportunity to actually attack. He waits for it. And tears the arm and the crown of the head. Remember what we just got through seeing with the high priest, the breastplate. This is Gad. Gad is what? Blessed is he. He's coming through this way. Look what it says, holy garments, right? He's coming through here. Now, Lucifer don't have these colors. And you don't see these colors on disco balls either like that. You don't really see them like that. Now, Asher. Let's see what it says about Asher now. Asher is going to have what? Asher's going to have dip his foot in oil. Blessed is the one who enlarges Gad. He lurks like a lioness and tears the arm and the crown of the head. He selected the best land for himself. This is the king. Now watch this. He selected the best land for himself. 1 Samuel. I think it's in 8. We're going to go see the correlation, what he just said. He selects the best land for himself. Let's go find that. He will take your fields, this king will, and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. He will take the tenth of your seed and of your vineyards and give to his officers and to his servants. He will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to his work. He will take a tenth of your sheep. You shall be his servants, and you shall cry out in the day because of your king, which you shall have chosen you, and the Father will not hear you in that day. So literally, we can see the one who is taking these things is the king. So literally, that's exactly what it's saying here. He selects the best land for himself is because this is none other than the king. So the king is the one is blessed is he who comes in the name of Yah, right? For their leaders, watch this, for their leaders portion was reserved. For their leaders, whose portion? The 12 tribes of Yisrael. For the leaders of for the leaders of Yisrael, portion was, watch this, was reserved. Reserved means what? It's placed on hold. This seat is reserved. That means no one can live here. Restrained, quiet, private, self-contained, taken, booked, pre-arranged. You understand? My land is already taken. No one can occupy it. It's guarded. You understand? People are not allowed to step on it.
Reserved.
Yet he came with the leaders of the people. He carried out the justice, righteous will of Father, vengeance, right? And his ordinances, judgments with Yisrael. Now, what is the next one? Let's go back to the breastplate. Dan is not one of them, right? Asher is. So we want Asher. Here it is. Of Asher, he said, more blessed than sons in Asher. May he be favored by his brothers, and may he dip his foot in oil. Your strongholds will be iron and bronze. And as your days are, so will your strength, your rest, and security be. What's the next one? Issachar. Rejoice, Zebulun, in your interests abroad, and Issachar in your tents at home. They will call the peoples to the mountain, Mount Carmel. There they will offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they will draw out the abundance of the seas and the hidden treasures. Look what it says, and the hidden treasures of the sand. Why in the world is it called hidden treasures of the sand? Because if you have not noticed yet, the hidden jewels of Africa. Look at this. Safari in Akara National Park, Hike Mount, all of these places right here will be home. Why? Because literally they are hidden gems. We are called jewels, gems. That's why the enemy was literally covered with them. The breastplate is to show forth who we are. They're representative of the stones And the stone representative of what? Gems. You are made what? You are what? He tells you who you are. You are lively stones. Saints are being quickened by the Spirit and active in holiness. Lively stones. You also, as lively stones, he told you what you are. What are you? Lively stones. Your gems, your jewels are built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood. What's the priesthood made of? Lively stones. To offer up spiritual sacrifices. Do you understand how this comes together now? Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Acceptable to Yah. Okay, hold on. Whew. We're starting to get messed up. Pushback. Pushback is starting to come. We done said some stuff. Because it literally kills that Jewish stuff. It kills it. Because it literally kills that Jewish stuff. It kills it. My stuff. My screen over here is like frozen. All right, there we go. Let me see if I can close some of these out. Come on, dang. It's not that hard. I need that one still. Hmm. All right. So we're gonna look at that probably maybe sometime tonight or something, right? So I don't want to go into all of that right now. I'll go into that later on. But this is what I want to show that's about to just put this whole entire thing into a major, huge coffin. So just as The enemy is full of these colors. The enemy, as we've seen before, is very subtle in what he does, subtle in his attack. The mark that he chooses for everyone to wear will have to have literally his markings to it, which is why it fits so perfectly for the Luciferic light to be it, the mark of the beast. He causes all to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. It is literally a mark that can be seen. Just as, watch this, let's go back to the context to let you know that this is truly the mark. Notice none of these gems are on his person. They are built into him. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of Yah. Every precious stone was your covering. The sardius, topaz, the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, the gold, the workmanship of the tabrets and pipes was prepared in thee. What does it mean to be in? Is that on the outside or is that opposite of in? Is it opposite of outside? What does it mean? In. Is that on the inside or is it on the out? Inside. Inside. Within. In the middle of. Sounds familiar yet? Let's go. Therefore, if that light, that is what? On the outside of thee. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is on thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Nope. It said in. So the mark of the beast would be a mark within you, inside of you. Because it has to be symbolic with Lucifer. The colors was on the inside of him, and thy tabrets pipes were prepared in thee the day that thou was created. So these stones are in the inside of him. Sardis, topaz, diamond, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, emerald, and carbuncle, and gold. And the light that would be of the enemy, the mark of the beast, will shine on your forehead, shine on your right hand. It will sparkle like a gem. So therefore, if the light that's in you, then how great is that darkness that's within you? So if the light within you is darkness, how deep is that darkness? That goes way beyond it being on you. It's within you. It's at the core of you now. Ooh, I told you this is good. I told you. So Luciferic is a light that's within you. And look at the colors. Disco balls. What's good? Oh. Disco fever. The lights. Here we go. And with that, I'm about to just go ahead and just let y'all go. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? There's no more to really say right now. Not right now anyway. I mean, I done proved it. I done showed the two witnesses. The two witnesses are Jonathan and David, or John and David, Why? Because this would be the very same thing that the enemy will literally take a blow at, take a punch at. He will be hitting the two witnesses throughout all of his time without the world knowing it. Because that's where the covenant lies with the rainbow between the two witnesses. That's why they have control over all of what the Father has created. Because the covenant that they hold is the same covenant that he made with all of the world with the rainbow. So the two witnesses are representative of the rainbow. The light within you is darkness. What's that thing? What's that man? What is it? Let's look for it. Black light shows vaccine. Hey, someone sent me that video with a man showing a black light on his arm. Right? You understand? Man shows vaccine black light. Yeah. On his arm. It was some kind of page that said Jesus or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? What is this? What is in this? Like, what's in this? What's in this? What vaccine? Black light. Where is it? Y'all show that for me, please. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The one when the dude took he took a flashlight on his arm, and he was trying to show that he was showing the vaccine underneath his skin, on the inside of him, and he was showing that it was glowing. The vaccine, let me see, glowing. Look, it came up by itself. I didn't have to put it in it. Glowing vaccine. Why glowing? Because it's all symbolic of Lucifer. He was colorful. When music played through him, he was colorful. Powerful. Then I gotta get ready to go.
A chemical reaction that produces light within an organism is called bioluminescence. There's a wide variety of luminescent species, including some comb jellies, bacteria, dinoflagellates, fungi, and of course, the firefly. Organisms may use bioluminescence as a defense against predators, as a way to catch prey, or to attract a mate. But how exactly are they producing light? Fireflies express a protein called luciferase, which catalyzes a light-producing reaction. The reaction of luciferase takes place in two general steps. First is the adenylation of luciferin using ATP, and second is an oxidative decarboxylation of the luciferyl adenylate to form an electronically excited oxyluciferin. When the excited oxyluciferin moves back to the ground state, energy is released in the form of light. Although the exact mechanism is not known, the generally accepted mechanism is as follows. Luciferase first binds luciferin and ATP. Magnesium is needed to shield the negative charges on ATP. Luciferin acts as a nucleophile and attacks ATP to form a luciferyl adenylate still bound to the enzyme. Pyrophosphate is released. A residue in the active site of the enzyme then deprotonates the adenylate. The carb anion can now attack molecular oxygen. A ring is formed and AMP is released. This results in a high-energy dioxyethanone intermediate. The ring spontaneously breaks and we are left with electronically excited oxyluciferin and carbon dioxide. When oxyluciferin returns to the ground state, energy is released in the form of a photon of light. The excited oxyluciferin can tautomerize into the keto or enol form. Some scientists suggest that these two forms emit different wavelengths of light. Now let's take a look at the structure of firefly luciferase. This luciferase is composed of a single polypeptide chain with residues 4 through 436 making up the large N-terminal domain, and residues 440 through 544 making up the smaller C-terminal domain. The N-terminal domain contains a beta barrel and a 5-layered alpha-beta-alpha-beta-alpha structure. The C-terminal domain has 5 beta strands and 3 alpha helices. A disordered loop connects the two domains. Scientists are not sure exactly how the structure of luciferase allows it to function. They compared this structure to enzymes that catalyze similar reactions, like fatty acid coenzyme A ligase. Certain residues seem to be conserved on parts of the N and C terminal domains. This suggests that the active center is formed when the two domains come together upon substrate binding. This crystal structure of Japanese firefly luciferase is complex with a high-energy intermediate analog. You can see how the two domains came together around the substrate. People have incorporated luciferase into biotechnology and laboratory procedures. Next-gen pyrosequencing of DNA uses luciferase to produce flashes of light that correspond to the addition of nucleotides. D-NTPs are added one at a time, and when the correct nucleotide is added to the template strand, pyrophosphate is released. This pyrophosphate is converted to ATP using the enzyme sulfurylase. The luciferase and luciferin in the medium can react with the ATP and a little flash of light is produced. By recording millions of flashes of light, a computer can sequence an entire genome. Luciferase can also be used in a reporter gene assay to study the expression of genes at a transcriptional level. The gene of interest is cloned slightly upstream of the luciferase gene in a vector. The vector DNA is inserted into cells, the cells grow and are then broken open to release all of the proteins. A luminometer is used to measure light emission, which directly relates to luciferase activity and the activity of your gene of interest. I hope you think of luciferase the next time you see a firefly. There is still so much more to be discovered about this enzyme.
A big part of our mission is to create a space in which culture can be shared and consumed and conversations can be had. How do we bring that magic in the virtual space?
All right, so we are not, and I do mean we are not going to go through all that. See clearly now what the mark will be. It's going to have color to it. It's going to be literally a color on the inside of you, light on the inside of you. This will be the mark. So everyone's like, oh, it's not this because it's made you wait. No. By you receiving this mark, you are already worshiping it because I'm showing you where it came from. It is literally Lucifer himself. And that's why he made it his mark. And it shows on the inside of you, just like it shows on the inside of him. Remember, truth is not bias, it's absolute. Please take time to like, subscribe, and share the video. King out. All right, let's try that again. There we go.
Yeah, so we are here at Truth Colors today, and today I blew my brother Yasha's mind, by telling him something that he didn't even know about, You see, the Father works in amazing ways. Yasha has had, see the background that I have right here? It has many colors. It's the Truth Colors background. So Yasha has had it since he started his YouTube channel. So me in the process of doing reading my stuff and all that, I've read about the coat of many colors. The father, all the patriarchs in the Bible used to have that coat. It goes down from Adam all the way till Joseph, and during the period of Joseph is when the coat kind of disappeared, but it was the coat of many colors. The same thing is what my brother Yasha here has, Truth Colors. So you guys need to know that where all the colors for the truth are is where the Father dwells. So this guy has the truth and it's the bomb. If you guys are still double-minded, it's for your own doom. Check him out. Always listen to his words. The Father says you listen to what he tells you. You don't look at what he's doing. Listen to what he's telling you. If you follow the instructions, boom, you'll be saved. If you look at Adam and Eve, they didn't follow the instructions. The Father gave them the instructions. They went away from it. They did their own thing. They leaned onto their own understanding. But right now, he's speaking to all of us through Yasha. So we're supposed to listen to what Yasha is telling us. Truth Colors, that's where the truth is. The way, the truth, and the lie. Yeah, my boy.
Appreciate it, fam. Appreciate it, fam. I do.
All right, we're gonna cut it.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
CME family, thank you for subscribing and supporting my Patreon channel, where the truth is not biased. It's absolute. I dedicate this channel through Nzambi Zulu to the awakening of my people and discovering who they truly are, to bring out information and revelation that they may not see anywhere else. And as we embark on this journey together, feel free to shop with us. OBYU, featuring our brand, Goshen Black. You can also purchase New Truth music from me, your boy Heart of Psalms, aka Musiq, featuring Etana, Nzambi, JG, The Messenger, and other great artists on CD Baby and iTunes. It's time to awaken to the truth and power. Aren't you tired of being lied to? Truth speaks. Truth awakens. Truth colors.
Other Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded or who murders or is sexually immoral or uses witchcraft or worships idols or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second